So, like, as I became a Christian, I definitely had a lot of realizations, and I always prayed for discernment to know, like, right from wrong. And I think that's something that's really, like, guided me along the way. But I just had, like, a clear thought come through, and I just wanted to get on here and just, like, share it with somebody that it might help. But, just thinking back to, like, when you would start to realize all the sins that you were making, and as a Christian you start praying for forgiveness. And I was always so grateful because I never tried to, like, push aside anything wrong that I've done. I started to want to, like, face it and then just really, like, ask for forgiveness and be, like, really genuine about it, of course. And as I was doing that, I felt like the Lord was shedding away, like, a lot of the memories I had of those bad things that I did, or those bad sins, or those repetitive habits that I wanted to leave behind, which genuinely helps you move forward and move past them. But I also want to say that it is something that you should be convicted of. Like, you should be trying to work to live without sin and to walk away from those things. And I think one of the first things that I would have wanted somebody to tell me is that, like, you can walk away from sin and it could be like a really easy thing. For example, like, I was never a gambler, but I know gambling doesn't serve the Lord's purpose or his message at all. So it was really easy for me to give that up. But just because it was easy for me, it could be a real struggle for somebody else. So I just think about it in those ways. Like, don't do anything that's offensive to the Lord. Give up the things that are easiest first. And, then you really can fully focus on the real sins that you're committing repetitively that is keeping you away from God. And I just keep thinking about that. And I don't know if there's any connection with, this being the month of June, and just thinking, like, about love and just pride and all of that. And they don't really have to have a connection. There's not a correlation there. You can love somebody and hate the sin. And I truly believe that that is the message. And it's not about how bad you feel about something that you're then offered redemption and that mercy from the Lord. He knows your heart. And even if you gambled once and you're like, okay, I feel kind of bad for that, but I know it's not something that I've been, convicted of stopping, but I can just stop doing it. Like, still stop doing it. So, like, I guess my bigger message is, look at the overall picture of things. Try to look at yourself from that outside perspective, like the Lord looks at you, and just think, is what I'm doing honoring him? Is it something that I would be proud to do if Jesus was standing right in front of me? Because he is every day. And I'm not saying this like you should hate yourself or anything like that, because you know that the Lord works through you. He works through everybody. He works through sinners every day, because we're all sinners and we all fall short of the glory of God. And I don't think of this as like a self-righteous, like, try to work your way to be better than anybody else. I just mean this in the most relatable way, that if you're doing something that you know is offensive to him, and you're also claiming that you wear the name of Jesus Christ and you're a Christian, but you're supporting things outright that don't vibe with his message. Just take a second look at, like, how he would be viewing you and the message that you're giving to other people.